What's going on, guys? We are live at the All-American Plant and Reptile Expo. I got Monique and Daniel from HIST. These folks are visiting. They are breeders in Las Vegas, and they're checking out the show. Monique, you got family ties in the area, right?
I do.
Easy. You don't have to pay a hotel or anything.
So nice, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So what do you guys think of the show from a visiting and a spectator standpoint?
Oh, I think it's awesome. There's a line out the door for Ed and Emily.
Still,
Snake Discovery.
It is 3:15 in the afternoon. That line, people have been there since 7 a.m.
That was the first thing we saw.
Everybody said the average wait time was 5.5 hours,
Holy
and the line is still, they've had to shut it off. I hope they get to come tomorrow, but lots of people didn't get wild. It's kind of crazy, crazy.
But otherwise, I love all the vendors that are here. There's a good amount of the different reptiles, from ball pythons to reticulated pythons, boas, and then all kinds of plants. So we're super excited to be here and see all new vendors that we haven't seen at some of the other expos we've been to in Vegas and San Diego and Anaheim.
Yeah, I like the regional feel. Like there's some national vendors or some of the people I've vended with from the Midwest circuit, but then there's a lot of new breeders and vendors like yourselves that I get to meet. And so it's good to get out of your own region a lot of times, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I think as well. What have you been to one of these AARPE shows before?
No, first time.
Have you ever seen any with the mix of kind of the plant and the reptile culture like this, with that purposeful target?
Closest thing was like a Pomona, or like when they did the massive plant one, but in like June. But honestly, I like the variety of plants. I like how it's like very specific, and it's not like the typical pothos and philodendrons that you kind of always see. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I have no idea on plants. Like they're green, they're green and they grow. Let me tell you though, man, I saw like a $2,500 plant. I was like, how do you get that? And they're like, well, right here on this node, you could cut it off and make one. I'm like, well, I might have to look into that.
Yeah, exactly.
Check some numbers on these plants. This might work about. Tell everybody about yourself. Introduce yourselves. What you got going on in Vegas, and kind of where you're at in your journey. I know you guys are getting started, and we were kind of talking about that.
Yeah. So HIST at Instagram, it's hist.snakes. I work for Scales Reptiles. He does a lot of Brazilian rainbow boas, carpet pythons, and of course ball pythons. So that's my main gig. And then I have like 60 or so reptiles at home. So I got ball pythons, working a lot of clown stuff. I like Hypo Clown, Clown Sunset Clown, with the whole goal to make the quad eventually.
Yeah, okay.
And then I got little Super Dwarf Retics, so I actually should come home to eggs. So that should be interesting.
Oh, cool.
I got Japanese king rat snakes. I got a pair of those. I got some king snakes from Florida. Got some gargoyles, cresties, kind of just a little bit of everything.
Yeah. What's the over/under on the number of eggs you think you could be coming home to?
I'm gonna guess 20 to 25.
25 retic babies.
And that's been nice. I could handle 20, but more than that will be interesting.
Okay. You got to pass on my thanks for Scales Reptiles. One of my other Instagram pages, Proper Pythons, they've given me permission to share their content. So it's sort of a reptile report model there where I share other people's content.
Gotcha,
they've been supportive of me on that too.
Nice.
So that's cool. I just connected that dot now. I was like, wait a minute, that's what's going on. Cool. So when do you vend? Do you have inventory available? Are you guys on Morph Market? What's the word here? Where are you at in that process?
I got some animals on Morph Market. I only have like 5 babies from last year. Pretty much only had 2 clutches. My first year breeding, which was 2 years ago. Last year, another 2 clutches. And then this year I should have like 10.
Okay, cool.
A lot more.
On the Morph Market soon.
Yeah, exactly. Everything will eventually go on the Morph Market, but I think I got like maybe 5 animals.
Yeah.
I've vended 2 shows. I've done Vegas once, and then I did a San Diego Expo. But kind of just going around, seeing the different expos and kind of seeing what I would like to vend. And obviously, because family's here, this is one that I will probably vend in the future. Right.
What from like a size, variety, I don't want to say quality, because I mean the animals are quality, but you know, the vendor reputations and presentation, how does this compare with the Vegas show?
I would say it's a little bit more, I think it's like nicer. I like the displays. There's a lot of different unique animals. It's not kind of like the same, I've seen that before, and there's a lot of different like unique stuff.
Yeah, I do think this is a very polished presentation. Some of it's just the venue itself is done nicely.
It's like the perfect size.
Yeah, it's got a fresh coat of paint on it. It's a good size, like you say. But then I think the vendors, and maybe that's the sort of curated choices that the promoters are making of who vends here. But it's a really polished presentation all around the room. It's not one of those where like this looks like a flea market. It's not.
I haven't
nothing.
seen any like sick animals or animals like I wouldn't be showing that because I've definitely seen that around.
It's out there, unfortunately. I was talking with some of the Palm Street folks last night about the importance of how we represent our industry, and that's a great point that you just brought up there. So what are some of your goals? What are you looking for in this industry? What's this world for you?
Like breeding or like long-term, like what's my future kind
What's
of
your
thing?
future like for you?
Future? So, I mean, I kind of found this passion of reptiles like, what was it, 5 years ago? I think 2019 when I got my first blue tongue skink.
Okay.
And then COVID hit and I just hit YouTube, and snake discovery was a major resource. And we moved to Vegas, and then I got my little corner. So I got like 12 reptiles and a whole bunch of different stuff. And basically, I kind of can't see myself not living with the animals, and it's just a really big thing for me where I'm like, if I could basically provide for my family and kind of have this really unique, kind of interesting life of working with animals, that's pretty much my goal.
Yeah, well, good luck to you. I think it's a shared goal. I mean, we have that. What is this? You get the experience with scales. Do you feel like there's mentorship and guidance there? Or is it more hands-on learning for you, or both?
Definitely both. So ironically, Fear to Fascination, Joe, he got me initially into breeding ball pythons. So he kind of directed me like, stay focused, find what you like, and don't really stray from that, which is why I got my 4 recessives. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm not going to look at anything else.
Of a project.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's 20 years right
there.
Right?
Yeah. And then Scales is definitely working with more different species and kind of seeing like the different behaviors, as well as like he was the one who I kind of helped with vending at the Expo and stuff like that. So that was a lot of where I learned most of my like vending skills and like how to actually sell an animal,
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's important. I mean, I joke. It's not even a joke. Actually, I'm very serious about it. But like, don't worry about trying to sell sunsets or quads out of the gate. Learn how to sell banana enchies, because if you can sell that, and you're going to get the cash flow along the way, you're going to build your customer base, and they're going to grow as you grow. You're going to get the reps and the chops, man. I think it's really cool. Monique, would you get into the reptiles? What's your are you like the support? Are you getting dirty up to your elbows? What are you doing?
I'm totally the moral support and the a bit of financial support right now until he is more, at the Fear to Fascination and Scales level, which I know he's going to be at.
Right.
I love handling all of the different reptiles. I love the geckos. I want a Leachie. I hope I can maybe buy one here or get one off.
I was going to ask what animals. Actually, I know a really good. I just was holding a Leachie over here hanging out. Yeah, I'll take you over to him in a minute.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know why. I just want a big fat gecko on my arm. Like, it sounds really weird, and people think I'm weird, and I say that. Like, all my patients are like, why do you want that?
They got the perfect one for you. I didn't realize the claws those things have. I was holding it. I was like, that thing's got claws.
Yeah. So I try to help as much as I can. I'm still learning everything he does.
Yeah.
But no, it's such a cool hobby, I guess, on my part to be a part of, and then see his business grow as well. So.
All right. Here's where it gets real and the truth comes out. Who handles the retic cleanup?
All me. 100%.
Sorry.
Not getting there. That's where you draw the line. That's where I would draw the line.
There's one retic that's nice that I could take out, and she's totally fine with handling it. Even our 2-year-old will play with it, obviously under supervision. But like, he'll touch the snake and she's fine. But I mean, you wouldn't know that. I'll walk in the room and she thinks she's feeding, she'll slam the glass. But as soon as I open it up and touch her with a hook, she's chill. So, but that's like the only retic that's like I trust.
Gotcha.
For now.
I wasn't even talking about their behavior or attitude. I was talking about their weight.
Their dookies.
Yeah, that is so powerful.
They're stinky.
It's so horrible, right? Get it out.
It smells the entire house up. No joke.
There's a vendor that I don't think he's here at this show, but there's a vendor in the Midwest circuit, and I'm like, dear God, today, just please don't let me be right next to that vendor. And he's great, but it's the retics, and
once they go, it's
going to take a little bit to clear out. So, all right, we mentioned it earlier. So, Leachie, but anything else you're on the hunt for today, or getting ideas or inspiration? What have you seen that's kind of like, oh, wow, that's a neat angle or something different?
I'm really big into the Hypo Clown because I want to work the Hypo Clown Sunset very heavily. And so I saw a spot nose entry Hypo Clown. I forget who had it. It was over there.
Okay.
But it was definitely something where I'm like, I could very much use this and boost my projects a lot further.
Okay. All right. Well, very cool. Thanks for spending time with me today.
Thank you.
Where can people find you, support you, follow you, buy from you? Where can they do that?
So on Morph Market, it's Hissed, just HISSED, and then on Instagram and I believe TikTok, hiss.snakes.
Very cool. Well, guys, go check out Daniel and Monique at Hissed, and they're out in Vegas. Go see them in person when you get a chance. Thanks for hanging out today.
Thank you.
And
appreciate it.
let's go look at some Leachies. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That was fun.
There you go.
You get to do that all day.
Yeah. No. It's like I say, I like people. I like the stories. The animals are cool, but and they are cool.